Opened in 1998, the Madejski Stadium has been home to Reading Football Club for over 25 years. The ground has seen a lot of ups since the Royals left Elm Park, but at the same time has seen some massive downs too. The likes of Alan Pardew, Brian McDermott and Steve Coppell have all made some fantastic memories over the years, with Brendan Rodgers, Paul Clement and Paul Ince all creating some forgettable memories. Through these series of videos, we'll look back at some of the most memorable moments at the Madstad, for good and unfortunately for worse too. Join me as we look at some Madejski memories. The 2005-2006 season will always be remembered by Reading fans. It was the year that Reading broke the Professional English Football League record for the amount of points gained in a single season. 106-106 Reading FC can still be heard in the stands today, with the record yet to be broken. In today's Madejski Memories, we're going to take a look back at Reading's early season fixture against Crystal Palace. It's a battle between two teams that were gunning for promotion at the start of the season, and in a game which was more than a fight for both teams. Crystal Palace were managed by Ian Dowie and were coming into this fixture on the back of 3 wins in a row. Reading, on the other hand, were unbeaten in their last 7 games across all competitions. After an opening day defeat to Plymouth Argyle, Reading currently sat second in the league table. Crystal Palace lined up with England international striker Andy Johnson up front. 21 goals in the Premier League the year prior, it was form that was good enough to see him get called up to the England squad. That form carried on and eventually saw him make his full debut in the summer of 2005. Johnson was partnered up front with Republic of Ireland international striker Clinton Morrison. Morrison had just returned to Crystal Palace just a few weeks prior following a 3-year spell at Birmingham City. Reading's duo up front weren't short of goals either. We lined up with England under-21 international Leroy Lita up front. He was a summer signing after joining from Bristol City, where he scored 24 goals in League One the year before. He was partnered up front with future Republic of Ireland international Kevin Doyle. Doyle had started to find his feet in England after arriving in the summer, and he'd scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. Both teams started the game pretty strongly, but it was Reading that had the first opportunity of the day. It came when Marcus Hanneman played a long ball over the top, but it found Kevin Doyle. Doyle eventually ran on the end of it, but his shot was saved by Crystal Palace goalkeeper Gabor Kiraly. Doyle wouldn't have to wait much longer to break the ice though. A fantastic run that started very deep saw Doyle run through the Crystal Palace team. Then on the edge of the box, he smashed the ball into the bottom right hand corner to put the Royals 1-0 up, scoring an absolutely fantastic strike. The lead wouldn't last long though, as just 5 minutes later the ball was struck into the Reading net. Andy Johnson, as he did so well in the Premier League just the year before, struck the ball and scored to put Crystal Palace level at the Madstad. Half time came and went, and the start of the second half saw jubilation for Palace fans. A long throw from the right hand side saw a flick on find Clinton Morrison. Morrison then volleyed the ball in and put Palace in front, right in front of the travelling away fans. Morrison nearly doubled his tally on the day too. The ball found his way back to him once again in the box and he volleyed, but Marcus Hanneman was equal and denied him from close range, keeping Reading in the tie. The save proved to be vital, as with 68 minutes on the clock, Reading ended up drawing level, and what a leveller it was. Reading were building pressure on Crystal Palace, and after a cross came in from the right hand side, a failed clearance saw the ball rise above Leroy Lita. In spectacular fashion, Lita rose and scored an overhead kick, smashing the ball past Kiraly. The celebrations by Lita were wild and one of the more iconic goals scored at the Madstad throughout its history. Lita would eventually be booked for his celebrations, but what a moment it created, and it's created memories that will last me a lifetime. The pressure continued from Reading, and just a few moments later a penalty was awarded to the Royals. Despite missing a penalty just 3 days prior against Coventry, Lita once again stepped up. Unfortunately for Reading fans, it was the same outcome as the game against Coventry, as Leroy Lita missed the penalty. For Reading fans though, it was a little bit of luck, as it was ordered to be retaken. This time Glenn Little was the one to step up to the plate, but Gabor Kiraly saw himself as a hero for Eagles fans, as he saved the second penalty as well. Despite the penalty miss, Reading's confidence wasn't to be hit, and they continued to pile the pressure on Crystal Palace. Man of the match Kevin Doyle ran down the left hand side and was eventually fouled. The man that missed the retake, Glenn Little, put a fantastic cross into the box from the free kick, and Ibrahima Sonko was able to put his head on the end of it, smashing it past Kiraly in the goal and putting Reading 3-2 up. That's how the game would eventually end, and Reading would run out 3-2 victors, a win that ultimately would be massive in the run-in for the rest of the season. Now, the end of the season obviously saw Reading gain 106 points and would absolutely run away with the league, gaining the earliest promotion that the Championship has ever seen. Crystal Palace eventually finished 6th and with a playoff spot, but failed to get promotion to the Premier League. That's going to be it for today's Madejski Memories. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.